Time to hit the gym at the condo. Luckily at 9:30, 10 in the morning, I usually have it to myself. I'm gonna get in the pool next, swim a couple of laps. There's one guy hanging out in the pool, but it's really rare in the middle of the day to have anybody in here. I usually have it to myself. And luckily the way the buildings are, this pool's shaded from the sun like 99% of the day, which is fine with me. Add on my brand new used, I think it was a $95 beach cruiser. Only came in yellow, that's fine. I just put 2 new tires and inner tubes. I went to put air in one of the old inner tubes and it blew up. So I grabbed a couple of, I think it was $15 for 2 Chinese tires and took it back over here into A Square on Soi 26. Good guys at the bike shop. They didn't charge me anything. I left them a nice tip. Well, they charged me 320 baht, I think, to change both tires and the inner tubes, and I took care of them. Had a couple of beers. Good guys. Now this is the shop. It's called the Bike Zone. It's directly next door to the Flow House, the surf wave here in Bangkok on Soi 26. Again, great bunch of guys. They hadn't seen an old beach cruiser like that. One of them had never seen one. He said, oh, that's just like from the movie E.T. But that's all I need to get around town. Nothing fancy. But if you're a cyclist and you're into your carbon fiber frames or anything in between a beach cruiser and top of the line, these guys will be able to take care of you. And I know how to change a bicycle tire. I've changed motorcycle tires my whole life, but I'm not going to get my hands dirty for $7 or whatever it was they charged me, and that included the price of the 2 inner tubes. And I did a separate little video surfing in Bangkok on this Flow House. It's one of those artificial waves. Looks pretty fun. It's Wednesday about 11 o'clock in the morning. Looks like some kids are having fun learning to surf. He's having a little fun on the boogie board. And plenty of instructors to help you out if it's your first time. There's all kinds of price packages. I see a ladies' night. Thursday, girls, 590 Thai baht an hour. Basically, you can buy 15 hours for 12,000 baht, 30 hours for 21,000 baht. That's 700 an hour. So the more you buy, the cheaper it is. And once again, the name of the shop is Bike Zone. I was a little, not embarrassed, but bringing my old junker beach cruiser in there. But nah, they treated it just like it was a, whatever, $3,000 carbon fiber bike. Team of guys went to work on it, pulling the tires off. Recommended I put new tape around the spokes. That was a whopping $1.50 or whatever it was. And in the same parking lot as the Flow House and the Bike Zone is the Harley Davidson shop here in Bangkok. I don't really want to know what a Harley Davidson cost over here, but there's a complete shop and service center here. I know there's a 300% import fee on most foreign fancy vehicles, so I assume the same remains with the Harley. But it's here if you want to buy one. They're beautiful bikes, but no Harley in my future. Bicycle will do me just fine. Maybe one day I'll get a scooter, but I'm in no real hurry to even get a scooter. I rode motorcycles, dirt bikes on the street in California my whole life, and I'm just in no hurry to ride around Bangkok on a motorbike. It's chaotic, and I don't really have any place to go that I can't get to on a bicycle or a $1 motor taxi if I'm that anxious to sit on the back of a bike. On every corner is a line of these guys in the orange vests just getting ready to roar you up the street for 20 baht, less than a buck. Once you get that area, it's called the A Square. It's just a little shopping mall. There's some really good, I assume they're good, they're always packed. Thai food, Korean food, the bike shop, the Flow House, the Harley shop. And then right across the street, A Square is just right there, is the Big C. Everything you need, grocery store. Think of it as a Walmart if that doesn't suit your needs. Right across the footbridge is a Lotus. Same size store, just as big. This is Rama 4. Maybe not even a 5-minute bike ride from my condo. I'm going down the way on Rama 4. I think the next block, is an office mate. I'm just looking for a reasonable office chair, nothing fancy. I'm lucky enough to have a desk in my new condo, and I'd like a little swivel chair. For some reason I thought it was in a separate building, but it's in the Big C shopping complex. They're almost like a mini mall. Skechers shoes, big camera. If you're into your cameras, you'll find these big camera locations all over town. They're some of the best. I go to, or I did, the big camera in MBK. Those are really helpful folks. And it looks like they're running a sale on some of the office chairs, so maybe I'll get lucky. There's plenty to choose from. I don't really want to spend $200 on an office chair, just something in the middle. I have some good ergonomic memory foam pillows. So I think I'm going to get this chair. It's 2,000 baht on sale from 4,390. 54% off. It's fine. I'm sure it's going to come in a box. Now I got to figure out how to get it home. Taxi, leave my bike here, or we'll see. And now I'm in the painful stage to see if they have one. There's a lot of things I love about Thailand, and there's a lot of things that kind of drive you crazy. They'll have a display with, these are all the chairs that are on sale, and okay, I'll take this one. Yeah, we don't have that one. Okay, well, can I take this one? Nope, that's the display. So it's not exactly a major purchase. Basically, I'm getting a $140 chair on sale for $57. And that's good enough for me. I've been using basically a kitchen chair with my 2 memory foam pads for over a year, and that's what I'm using at my new place. But I do have a desk. It didn't come with a chair, just came with like a little stool. So I'm gonna at least kick down 60 bucks for a halfway decent chair. It's nothing great, but I don't need anything great. This Office Mate is gonna be the place to go for your printer, cartridges, and all your different office needs. I haven't seen Staples or anything else around town. I've seen plenty of Office Mates. Now, she's been gone about 15 minutes. I'm not worried yet. I probably would have got the not in stock right off the bat. So hopefully they're just down in a warehouse somewhere nearby, and I'll be on the way with my chair. See how big this box is, if I can stuff it in a grab car. They have some pretty decent prices in here. I went all the way to MBK thinking I'd get the better deal on one of these cooling pads. All this editing video, even a higher end computer, it heats it up fast. And here it's 219 baht. At MBK, I think I got it for 200 baht. So I'm not gonna make that special trip again. And they're not going to have everything you'll find in a Best Buy in the US, but here's some gaming headphones, 359 baht. These are probably a little higher end, 890 baht. And I've said it in other videos, I'll say it again, you just need to adjust your way of thinking, especially if you're coming from the US. Maybe not so much Australia or New Zealand. There, you might have to go to the Office Mate to get office supplies. In the US, you can go anywhere. You can go to a Target, a Walmart, heck, a Vons has a grocery store, probably has a pretty good office supply section. But here in Bangkok, if you want an office chair, well, you come to Office Mate. You can go to the Lotus or Big C. They might have 2 to choose from, and they're probably not going to be on sale. Now, that box didn't look too big. I'm tempted to try it on my bicycle, but I know I'll probably drop it a couple of times. I asked them if they could just hang on to it. I'm going to go get a bite to eat, maybe run upstairs to the Big C, and then figure out how to order up a car and get that home. Then I'll walk back and get my bike later. And if you're looking for a little taste of the US, KFC is not bad. I think they fly a lot of those same original spices or whatever the Colonel's recipe is, and it tastes pretty much the same. It's pretty good. They don't have the biscuits. I miss my KFC biscuit. But when I'm in the mood for a little taste of the US, I rarely head to McDonald's or Burger King, but I'm in that KFC every couple of weeks. And here's the big camera. You'll find everything competitively priced. It's going to be more than the US. So if you're way into your lenses and photography, well, load up on those batteries and on Amazon, because surprisingly, let's say you get the Chinese knockoff batteries for your Sony camera, you might get a 3-pack on Amazon. I'll make up the number for 50 bucks, where that same Chinese battery over here might be $35 for one. Again, I'm making up these numbers, but something similar to that happened to me. So load up on batteries, chargers, anything you can on Amazon, or go get the originals, they're certainly going to be cheaper. A lot of people think because it's Southeast Asia and a lot of these things are made over here that they're super cheap, and that's just not the case, especially for genuine Sony products from Japan. They're going to come at a cost. Now this isn't too bad. Here's the GoPro water handler, 1,100 baht. You can look that up. I'll bet you can get an imitation version of the GoPro life preserver handle, I guess you'd call it, for cheaper than 1,100 baht. And here's a GoPro dual charger. So that's, looks like it comes with 2 batteries, 2,890 baht. And I know I bought a 3-pack of GoPro batteries with a charger, better than this. It actually had like a lid, and it was like 40 bucks on Amazon. Although, I'll take it back, this is a genuine GoPro product. A lot of the things you're going to find over here are just the genuines. You need to go to a place like MBK, or is it the Fortune Mall, which is more electronics, to find a lot of those knockoff batteries. So I just ran next door to the Big C food court, grabbed me a plate of pad thai or something delicious, and I'm sure it's going to cost $1.50. So there you go, fine dining it's not, but it was 65 baht, so what is that, $2.10? Chicken and rice, chicken broth soup, and a bottle of water. I'll take it. I did just get an alert on my phone that Bangkok Bank is charging me 300 baht, which is what, 14 US dollars, for the privilege of having a Bangkok Bank Visa debit. Now, when I opened the account, she said, do you want a regular debit card or a Visa debit? And I said, yeah, give me the Visa debit, although I've never used it. I don't really want to go through the hassle of going into the bank and having that conversation just to save 14 bucks. So they're taking it out of my account. Who cares? But keep that in mind. If you're going to use a regular US or Australian, whatever, Visa card, you might not want to waste the 14 bucks a year on the Bangkok Visa debit. Once again, I've never used it in a year and a half, but I'll leave that up to you. Every time I want to pay with money coming out direct out of my Bangkok bank, I just use the QR code. It's really, really accepted. So that was a nice little meal. This is my go-to compared to the street food. I'm always in these food courts, if the shopping malls, or this is a grocery store. At this particular one, there's 12, 15 choices. There's Vietnamese food, Korean food, of course, Thai. I see Japanese. And as far as Thai food being super spicy, and you might be afraid of that, I found just the opposite. It's not spicy enough. They'll have the chilies there. Now, every now and then, they'll put little bits of chili in the broth. Just be mindful, or learn fast how to ask for no chili, but you can't avoid it in a big, huge pot of broth. They're not going to sit there and pick the chilies out for you. Just be mindful. They're little green bits, and yeah, if one of those goes down your throat, you're going to know in a hurry. But other than that, the basic food, it's just kind of cooked normal, and the chili's there on the side for you to spice up. Unlike in the U.S., where they almost make a game out of it. What do you want? Number 2 to number 10, and number 10, we're going to kill you. It's not that way over here at all. Now, a lot of things like the curries and all, they probably will be spicy because they're made with throwing some chilies in there. But over half the food, the rice, the chicken, the soups, all those things, you add the chili or sugar and different things like that people put in. So here we go. The box wasn't too bad, but I wasn't walking 5 or 6 blocks with it. So my man here was sitting out front of the door, said 60 baht, let's go. I gave him 70 and off we go. So that worked out great. It's getting harder and harder to find a cab that's gonna turn the meter on for a farang anyhow. I mean, they're out there, but it's getting harder. Most of them go to the old broken meter, where you go on, okay, that'll be 100 baht, and there's no way I want to spend 100 baht. Even Grab and Bolt were cheaper than that. Well, I think Grab was 105 baht and Bolt was 75. The problem with both is you have to sit there and wait 15, 20 minutes. There was a pretty good traffic jam getting over here. Just the 6 blocks took us about 15 minutes to get back home. So finding good, honest guys like this, he just started right at 60 baht. That's probably close to what the meter would have been, maybe a little bit less. Then again, we sat in traffic for a while, so that meter keeps running with traffic. So I got his line information, his details, and I'll definitely use that guy when I need to make runs out to the airport or whatnot, and I just want to schedule a car and have him sitting here at 12 noon or whatever it is. I'm sure I'll be able to count on this guy, and he threw out some pretty fair rates out to the airport, 500 baht, and I pay the tolls. I've had buddies in bars lately tell me the old broken meter cabs are trying to get 1,200 baht to get out to the airport. Now that's just a little bit of a crazy rate, but even if they get 1,000 9 out of 10 times, that's still not 500 baht. Okay, so I got it together. It took about 30 minutes. Of course, there was no directions, just a bag of nuts and bolts, and I had to go by the picture on the box, but I got it done. And I got my little desk from the bedroom pulled into the living room with a pretty nice view. I mentioned it a couple of times, but this truck pulling in with the steel camper shell, that's probably one of those, I don't know if it's Lala Move, L-A-L-A Move. You put the app on your phone and just call these guys up. They'll either come immediately or you can schedule them. And it was super cheap when I moved. So if that chair was already put together, I would have had to call one of these or one of the open trucks. And probably for 150 baht, I think I paid 450 baht to move 4 suitcases and like 6 boxes, ironing boards, all that. And that included help loading the truck and taking it up to my new apartment. So to just move something like a couch or a bicycle, something you buy, yeah, put that Lala Move app on your phone, and it's super, super reasonable. You can pick which size vehicle you need for the job, even a smaller car. It's about 4 o'clock. It feels like it's going to start pouring, but I'm going to walk the 4 or 5 blocks back to my bike and make my next move. Bit of a traffic jam, taking the shortcut from Rama 4 over to Sukhumvit on Soi 26. Looks like it might take 20 minutes just to go that 2 blocks. As much as I like driving and having the convenience of a car, this is just one more reason there's no sense in driving around Bangkok. And I could have hired one of the 20 baht motorbike taxis to ride me over there, but I kind of enjoy getting a little more exercise walking around the city. And here goes the Dunlop man. Those steel, I'll call them camper shells on mini trucks. They're the true workhorses here in Bangkok. And there's the Lala Move I was talking about. And I'm back at the bike. I leave the memory foam seat on and the little lights. Nobody's gonna touch anything over here. Maybe it's a karma thing, but I could probably leave it unlocked and 99% chance it's gonna be sitting there. Well, that's not entirely true. There's petty crime in any huge city, but it's a small percentage compared to a lot of places around the world. You leave a bike out in front of a bar in San Diego, and San Diego's a pretty nice place. You're gonna come back to a frame bolted to the wherever you left it, and no tires, no seat, maybe no handlebars. And even the local folks, just leaving your helmet on your seat. Nobody's locking it. Nobody's gonna take your helmet. And these are folks oftentimes that don't earn a lot of money, and losing that, whatever it costs, $40 helmet would hurt, and they're not super concerned about locking it up. And here's busy Rama 4 during rush hour. I'm heading over to, I think there's another DIY over here. I usually go to the DIY at the Lotus, but I'm gonna check this store out. I need to get a larger Allen wrench. I could swing by the bike shop and borrow one of theirs, but I'm slowly putting together a small collection of tools. My handlebars are loose. I have a bike tool that'll cover 9 out of 10 things. Of course, this is a larger Allen wrench size. You'll find Mr. DIY all over Thailand. It's I won't call it a Home Depot, but it's a pretty good hardware store, plus household items, clocks, towels, that kind of thing. Home Pro is where you want to go for a true hardware store, plumbing, fittings, that kind of products. They don't have Windex, but you can pick up some Windex. So it's not going to be confused for snap-on tools anytime soon, but for about $2.50, it'll get the job done. I'm definitely going to have to get out and explore this Rama 4 area more. I just usually zoom through here on a taxi, but now I live kind of right in the middle of Rama 4 and Sukhumvit. So the cruiser's first happy hour run, crossing over Sukhumvit, I just tucked in with the motorbikes and rode as fast as I could. Maybe I annoyed somebody, but I held my own. And happy hour is always a good time. I met up with a buddy, had a couple of pints, a little bit of small plates, and now I'm gonna probably push my bike home past Sukhumvit and then ride down Soi 26. I don't, after a couple of pints, really want to get into the middle of all that traffic, even on a bicycle. I just got a text. I signed up for fiber high-speed internet, fiber cable, whatever it's called. For the past year, I've just been using my phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot. I have unlimited data on the phone, and it's worked fine. But I think I'm going to go ahead and treat myself, have the router put in, and because the thing with the phone is whenever I'm uploading, say, a video, I have to sit there and wait 15, 20 minutes for it to upload to YouTube, and that's at 1080. At 4K, it'd probably be 2 hours. That's why with my daily videos, I just do 1080. 4Ks, that's nice, but that's nice if you're putting out 2 videos a month. I'm putting out 1 a day right now, so it gets a little crazy. But for 699 baht, I get 500 up and 1 gig down, or maybe the other way around. Kind of the medium package, but still lightning fast compared to my phone. But they charge 450 baht installation, or I pay $7.99 a month, basically 800 baht a month. What's that? 23, 24 US dollars. And I get the same internet package, but a cable TV box and 100 channels, none of which I'll probably ever watch, maybe like the BBC or something like that. But maybe a few guests that come over might watch some of the Thai channels, and it's really only costing me $2 more a month when you deduct the 450 installation that's free if you get the $7.99 package. So whatever, none of it is $150 or $200 like in the US. It's another $25 bill, but I can take a few $25 bills and $3 HBO and $4 Netflix compared to some of those crazy internet and cable bills in the US. I just left O'Shea's Irish pub, but the Laughing Tiger over here, it also has a really good crowd on this Wednesday evening for happy hour. And there's O'Shea's. They have 99 baht tall pints of, I drink Tiger, I'm not sure what else they pour. I think the guy next to me was drinking Heineken for 99. Up until 7 p.m. But once again, they're pretty lenient on if you walk in at 6:30 and order a happy hour pint, they'll just come right out and ask you, how many happy hour pints would you like? And if you say, give me 3, give me 4, give me 5, that's fine. As long as you order them up before 7 p.m., you can sit there and drink them till 9. They don't really care. If they do you that favor, yeah, give them a little tip, a little 50 baht or more tip. They've saved you a ton of money. And this is my favorite time of the early evening when all the lights are coming on, yet it's still quite not too dark. There's the Royal Oak and the Japanese bakery. And my buddy Max, he's the manager of the Royal Oak. Royal Oak and O'Shea, same owner. Both great pubs. And I don't know if you can read that sign. It says Watch Japan. This is kind of the Japanese 99-cent store. I'm going to go in there. I need to pick up a couple of things for the apartment. In true Japanese style, this store's super organized, and if they have it, it's all in it'll all be in one section. Like here's the kitchen towels and hanger section, socks. Everything's neat and organized and fairly cheap. I think most of these products come from Japan. They all have different like Japanese writing. The Watt store. I grabbed one of those little power strips. My cable internet man requests 3 electric outlets, I guess, for the routers and I don't know what else. So I just got a little power strip. I'm gonna walk over here to this little Fuji supermarket, get a couple of drinks, and then get on the bike and head on home. It's not sure what time it is. Maybe going on 7 p.m., a little earlier, maybe 6:30 p.m. I still need to try this little place, Kobe Tonteki, medium rare pork steak. There's always a long line of people. And a couple doors down from Royal Oak is Pet Lovers Center, little pet store. I know of a couple Fuji Supers around town. They're, I guess they're Japanese grocery stores, but they'll have everything you need, all the fresh produce. They did just hit me with the 100 baht minimum, which is reasonable. Was that $2.80 to use a credit card? Other places like 7-Eleven, you can use a credit card for anything. I actually stuck my head in there to see if they had any of the markdowns. Usually this time of night, 5, 6, 7 p.m., all the bakery or pre-made meals, you know, rice, chicken, whatever, they're just blowing it out at half price, but it was already wiped out. So I just grabbed a couple of drinks, headed up to the counter, threw down my credit card, and she said 100 baht minimum. And I think I was only spending 62 baht or something, so no big deal. It just might catch you off guard. Okay, so thank you very much for watching my little video. Consider subscribing for more looks around Bangkok. Have a very, very nice evening. Take it easy.